Go. All right, so I am Kathy Reuter, and welcome to our Coach Sneak Peek. We are pumped for you guys to be able to learn all about what we do as a coach and to be able to just listen and learn. No strings attached. Feel free to ask any questions that come to mind along the way. You're going to be able to hear from myself and two other coaches on the team. So with that being said, I'd like to kick things off and start our call with one of our coaches, Jackie. So whenever you're ready, Jackie.
Hi, everybody. So I'm in my kitchen. I'm living my normal mom life. Usually when I listen to these team calls or whatever, I'm in my kitchen doing my dishes. So par for the course for me tonight. So a little bit of a background about me. I started with Beachbody about 4 years ago. I was really just looking to get back in shape. I had 2 kids. My son was 6 and I couldn't keep up with him. Like, that was my biggest thing. Like, I need to be able to keep up with my 6-year-old running around, and I have a new baby, and how am I going to do all of this? So I signed up with one of my friends from Mom's Group, and our youngest are the same age. So I just started doing the programs, and after a couple of weeks, actually a couple of rounds, she's like, you're doing all the things. Like, you're following the programs, you're drinking all the supplements, why don't you be a coach? Even if you don't decide to do it as a business, at least you can get the discount for joining us. And I was like, you know what, I'll do that, because if anywhere I can save a few bucks, who doesn't love a discount, right? So I was like, all right, I'll do it. Well, as I kept posting my shots and my little videos and my sweaty selfies, people started reaching out to me, and they're like, what are you doing? You look great. Even my boss asked me, she pulled me aside at work, and she's like, I know you eat, but you look amazing. What are you doing? So I decided, you know what, maybe there's something to this. So I had started inviting more friends and family, because before that I was referring everyone to my coach. I was like, oh, no, you can go talk to her. She'll set you up. Well, so many people were reaching out to me. I was like, well, maybe I should be doing this. So I got my mom, my husband drinks the shakes with me. I started reaching out to friends, my best friend, cousins, and I started seeing things kind of picking up. So I enjoyed seeing everyone else's progress and just cheering them on to get to it. But I still have a full-time job. I still have a family. So I don't do this full-time yet, but I make enough money to pay for all the things that I want as far as, my health and wellness journey goes. And I make enough money for all the extras. So I don't have to worry about all of those extra things that are happening. School supplies came up. I didn't have to worry about, okay, do I have to make sure that I check off the list and I only spend this much money? No, I had made enough that month beforehand that I just went to Target, threw it all in the cart. They gave me the total, and I was like, here you go. I didn't even have to think about it. So that's, for me, the biggest takeaway about doing this business for me as a full-time working mom, using this as a side hustle, is it pays for all those extra things that you might not necessarily budget for or think about. And I love it. And I mean, why not get paid to get in shape and help other people on their own wellness journey? So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate that. All right, so my story is a little bit different. So I have been coaching for 7 years now. This is my full-time career. I have 3 kids at home. Landon is 8. He'll be 9 actually next month. Kirsten is 7 years old, and Keegan is 21 months old. So I have the 3 little kids. And before I got started into coaching, I was an elementary school teacher. I had my master's degree in special education, and I taught for 10 years before having kids. So then once I was pregnant with my firstborn, I completely resigned from teaching because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So I did that. And, it's funny because my very first experience that I had with the Beachbody workout programs, me and my husband actually made fun of them because at the time we had just finished running the Boston Marathon together. And we were in what we thought the best shape of our lives. And my friend from college was like, Kathy, and this was before kids, Kathy, you got to do these programs. They're at-home workout programs. And we were like, okay. I was like, okay, Daryl, that was her name. Okay, Daryl, we just ran the Boston Marathon. these are going to be a joke, at-home workout programs. Come on. So we started with this original program called P90X. And let me just tell you, that was it. That day one was so hard. We could not believe it. Like, we were so shocked with how hard that workout was after literally just running and training for Boston Marathon over the past 6 months. And we completed that program from start to finish. And we back then got into the best shape of our lives. So from then, that was like 11 years ago, we were firm believers. We knew the programs worked. We knew that you could get better results from home. And so we were all in that way. And so then after staying at home with the kids for a while, we got into tons of trouble with just massive amounts of debt, living off of one income. We had racked up like $35,000 worth of credit card debt. We had completely depleted our entire savings account. And we were sinking by $1,000 every single month. And that was the situation that we were in when my husband came up the stairs one day from work and was like, Kathy, you know, I know that you want to be home with the kids. I know you want to continue doing this, but we cannot swing this anymore. Now, at the time, I was tutoring pretty much almost every day of the week. I was actually running my own tutor company at the time, my own tutor business. So I was tutoring. My husband was running multiple businesses on top of his full-time job, and we just couldn't do it. And I really do believe, and I tell this to people all the time, that opportunities come into your life at the right time for a reason. And you can either choose to get excited about it and look at that as an opportunity for something positive to happen to you in your life. And you can open that door and just give it a try. Like we tell our kids all the time, well, just try. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. You have nothing to lose. So we can either open that door and try and see if it's going to help our life in any way, shape, and form, or we can choose to be super skeptical. So it was literally that weekend that somebody told me about the coaching opportunity. And I am a solution-oriented person. I am not an overthinker. I am not an overanalyzer. If you tell me that this is what you can do, you can earn some side income at home so you can be at home with your babies, and you can lose that 35 pounds that you haven't been able to lose and get in good shape from home, I'm like, sign me up. That sounds awesome. And I just remember my coach talking about how much fun this community was and how positive it was and how uplifting it was and how you make a difference in people's lives and you all work together as a team. And I really liked that because I grew up doing sports teams my whole life. And I was really missing too that adult interaction that I had when I was a teacher. It can be very lonely if you're a stay-at-home mom and that's all you deal with. It can be extremely isolating and lonely, and you kind of can tend to lose yourself a little bit and be like, what am I doing here? I was somebody else before I had kids, right? And so I was all ready to sign up. But the problem was that my husband had no idea I was having this conversation with my friend the whole night while he was off with her boyfriend. So I get in the car and I'm on the way back home and I'm all pumped up because I'm like, this is going to be awesome. I get to be a part of a team. I get to earn money. I get to help other people. I get to work out from home. It's all doing it the right way. I was never into, I was, proud to say that I would be joining a business that promoted getting healthy and fit the right way. No quick fixes, no patches, pills, teas, no wraps, none of that. And I was really, really, really adamant about that, especially being a mom at the time with a 4-month-old and a 22-month-old. And so I was like, I'm ready to do this. I can't wait. I know the programs work. I've done them before. This is going to be so much fun. But my husband completely shot it down when we got in the car ride home. He has his MBA in entrepreneurship, and he just insisted that this was not a real business. He said it was a pyramid scheme. He said this was a total scam, that if you sign up, it'd be like just throwing your money out the window, and you might as well just go gamble it away because it's just not going to work. You're going to be literally wasting your time. So my bubble was totally bursted when that happened, because I had my back up against the wall. I came into this, everybody has different reasons for why they start this. And for me, it was like sheer desperation for me. It was back against the wall, all that debt, nothing in the savings, completely screwed. If you don't find a way to earn money, like, you are going back to teaching, period. And so I was really, what is it?
Oh, you were in a moment I mean, you were probably living your life and telling your story the best way you could, but you were frozen. We didn't hear your bubble was burst.
Oh, okay.
Your back was against a wall, and we're on the edge of our seats, and then it froze.
God damn technology. Yeah. Yeah. And so I was just saying, like, my bubble was totally burst, when he said that, because there was a small part of me, make sure to flag me down if I freeze again. There was a small part of me that was like, is he right? I mean, he did go to school and get his degree in entrepreneurship. He's run all these businesses. What do I know as a first grade school teacher, really? But there was also a piece inside of me that thought, if there are other people doing this and there are other people having success, then you can freaking do it too. Then you can do it too. And so we sat down and we talked, and we came to an agreement that I had 2 months to show him and prove to him that I could earn an income and that this was a real thing. And when I came into this, guys, I just wanted to earn a couple $100s. I literally was like, teach me how to earn a couple $100s a month. I won't be able to pay off any debt. I won't be able to grow a savings account. It will be just enough to just barely keep me home with the kids. And I was okay with that. And what I found when I signed up was my coach said, listen, the business is super simple. And just like I'm going to tell you guys, she was like, you literally pick a workout program that is going to help you reach your goals. And everybody's goals are different. And we help you do that. So you're going to pick your workout program. You're going to work out at home when you can. You're going to get results. You're going to read personal development books. You're going to share your journey. And we're going to teach you how to do that. And that is going to inspire people to want to make a change. And then you're going to invite people to do this with you and get healthy and fit from home with you. And I was like, well, that's easy enough. I can do that. I can work out from home. I can get these workouts in. I can get results. I can invite other people to do this with me. And so I committed to a program called the 21 Day Fix. And I went all in on that. And I was drinking my Shakeology, and I was getting awesome results. And I was feeling amazing on cloud 9. And I was just sharing my journey along the way. And what I found is when I was working my business, which I only would work when the kids would sleep. Like I said, at the time, it was a 4-month-old and a 22-month-old, but I would only work during those times. And I loved it. I quickly saw that this is huge. This is so powerful. This is such a fulfilling job. I am helping other moms get their bodies back who thought that they could never get their bodies back again. And better yet, because I'm getting all this confidence in myself now, other people are feeling this confidence. They're feeling better about themselves. They're getting confident. And then I started to help other moms be able to earn an income from home too. And this is a real business, like any other real business out there. So I know there are sometimes some people who come in, they want the quick fix, they want the overnight thing. This is not that. This is slow and steady. You show up consistently every day, whatever works for you in your schedule. That's the beauty of it. Whatever goals you have, everyone has different goals. Everyone has different reasons for why they want this to work and why they come into it. But you show up and you do what you can do when you can do it, and you don't stop. And I did that. And I was so in love with working on this every single night. I literally would have to pull myself away from the screen to go to bed at night, because I knew I'd be waking up in the middle of the night to breastfeed my daughter. I knew that I'd be waking up at 5:30 in the morning to start my day with Landon. And I just became obsessed with it. I loved it. I was getting the results. I knew the programs worked. My mind was becoming so much stronger. I was becoming a better version of myself by just listening to personal development, reading little things here and there. And I stayed the course. And by month 7, I was earning what I was earning when I left my teaching career at the time, which was $70,000 a year. And I kept going. I'm getting sick, guys. I'm getting a cold that went through the whole family, losing my voice. And I kept going. And that's when I started to really allow myself to dream bigger, and say like, hey, well, if, all these other people can do it, I can do it too. Why not? Right? Anything's possible, right? You only have one life. And by 11 months, we were building a 6-figure business. And over that summer, which was 15 months in, we paid off all the debt. And it's been 7 years now. And so much has changed since then. And like I said, I came into this only wanting to earn a couple $100 a month. That was it. And so your vision for this can completely change. You might be someone like me just looking for a little bit of income at the beginning to kind of keep yourself afloat, but it can turn into something so much more. And if it weren't for this business, I would have missed out on all of those moments with my kids. I wouldn't be here for any of them. I have a third baby who's 21 months old. I've never had to miss any of the naps, any of the, bringing to the doctor's offices, volunteering in the school for the field trips when they're sick, being home with them. And the flexibility in where you can work this business has been amazing to me and our family, because when my dad was diagnosed with leukemia 2 years ago, and I was 34 weeks pregnant with Keegan at the time, that was baby number 3, because of this business, I didn't have to think twice about it. We were able to leave our home in Florida and go up to Massachusetts. We rented a house there for almost an entire year, had the baby up there, enrolled the school up there, and my business was still growing. It's been the biggest blessing. It's been the biggest blessing of our life. And at the end of the day, it just boils down to a couple of things, because anybody can do this. You just have to be somebody who wants to make a positive change in their life. You have to be someone who's looking for some kind of growth in either your health and fitness or your financial situation. You have to be someone who's willing to be teachable, right? And do the things. Hey, Landon. Hi, Mom. And you have to be someone who is willing to go the distance and know why you started, and never look back. And if you genuinely care about helping other people, you'd be awesome at this, because it's not rocket science. It's literally working on your own health and fitness, sharing the imperfections along the way, because we aren't perfect. I didn't know a thing about nutrition, and you don't need to know a thing about nutrition, because all the nutrition programs are already there. All the workout programs are already put in place. You are people's motivator, is what you are in this business. And when you start getting those messages from people thanking you, I have a whole document of them. That's what keeps you going. When you go to bed at night, you know that, hey, I made a difference. I made a difference. This is not only helping myself and my own well-being, but I'm impacting so many other lives every single day. And that feels pretty damn good. So anyways, I'm going to hand it over to my girl, Meredith.
Thanks, Kathy.
Yep.
All right. So I just want to say too that if you are on here, there's a lot of different people that get invited to these calls, everything from teachers to RNs, mommies, gym enthusiasts, and actually people who have all sorts of training certification. And just if you're on, it means that someone trusts you enough and believes in you enough to be here. So just congrats for that, because we don't just invite just anybody to this. And there's people who've asked me to do this who I've just sometimes not extended the invite. So if you're here for a reason. So myself, I'm Meredith D'Amelia. I'm a wife. I'm a mommy of 2. I am a corporate vice president for a Fortune 500 firm. And I also was somebody who I just noticed my life was really out of whack. Like, I don't know if any of you feel this way, but if there was ever a period in your life where you're just like, something's just off. I was sitting well over 250 pounds. I had just had my second child. I was dealing with postpartum depression, which I found out later on. I don't think I knew it at the point when I started working out that that's what was going on. But I'm normally a very happy, jovial person, and just something in my life felt off. So I decided to start doing the workout. So if you sign up with Beachbody, the thing that I love about it is there's 1,500 plus workouts that are on demand for whenever you want to do it. There are nutrition support and programs plus accountability groups. So it's really everything you need in order to get healthy. And I did it just as that. Didn't think I would ever be a coach, but similar to Jackie, I was like, well, I could use a discount. And then it was like, well, I got nothing to lose if I start having other people do this with me. And there's no guarantees. You have to do the work, you have to do the things, but it is slow and steady wins the race. I mean, now I'm sitting in the top 10% of the company and have over 150 customers and coaches and all this, but it's slow and steady. Like Kathy's point is perfect in the sense of you just do small actions every single day, what works for you. So I'm building my business in about an hour a day, no more, because I'm way too busy to do more than that. But I'm being really intentional, and we teach you all of that and you have all that support. I will say too, I was a little nervous because I was well over 200 pounds when I started as a business. And I'm like, why is anybody ever going to trust me to, like, I'm not a health and fitness expert, and I sure as heck don't look like I should be your health coach, especially when I was at 200 pounds. I mean, now I've lost over 75 pounds and I feel it's a totally different story now. But at the time, that was not my story. So I just was really authentic. I'm like, look, started this new thing. I'd love a buddy. Would you do it with me? And we can be accountability buddies together. And that's how I started my business. I had a lot of people who were like, sure, I'll do it with you. Why not? And then I had a lot of people who told me no, but they just kept watching me every day post, and then they'd come back to me 8 or 9 months later. I will say too, another thing that I hesitated on from doing the business thing was, what is everybody gonna think? That's part of being human. And I think newsflash, that there's already people talking about you, and there's already people that don't like you. And the people that they're just not your kind of people, and that's all good. Like, let them talk. That's not your business anyways, what they're saying about you. And newsflash also, they don't pay your bills, and they're not going to do your dreams for you. So and not everybody is everybody's flavor of ice cream. Like I say, I really like chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. That's my jam. And that might make you just go, ugh. Well, that's fine. You're just not my chocolate chip cookie dough buddy. And you do you, and I'll do me, and we can still be friends and love on each other. And I may talk about you, you may talk about me. That's all good. But I will say there are plenty of people, you're human, that will gravitate towards you and want to do what you're doing. And there's people who won't, but I wouldn't let the people who won't like hesitate because they're not paying your bills. And then just logistically, like how it works too. I think for me, it's you're getting yourself fit and you're posting about it and you're helping others do the same. And then from a cost perspective, you're paying for like the programs, and you can talk to the coach that invited you here to get the details about it. And I can let Kathy dig into that a little bit, but basically you sign up with a challenge pack as a coach. You get 25% off all of your future orders that you're getting. And you pay, I think it's around $17 a month. And then you need to have at least $50 worth of personal value. That's getting into too much detail, but really it's not super expensive. And if you have other people that you have join you, it's basically, if you get 2 to 3 people a month joining you, it covers your cost. So super simple. And it's like what fills my cup up every day. So that's what I would also say too. Like, I'm not in the position where I love my job, and I'm lucky enough now to have it. I went through a period last year where that was questionable because I'm in hospitality. And I also don't ever want to be in a position where I am on my heels and I only have one revenue stream coming in. I am the sole breadwinner in our family. And so having multiple revenue streams is just smart. Like, even if you love your job, maybe you don't love your job and you're like, well, this would be good. And I like Kathy, where she's like, I want to be home and I want to build this up to be home. But maybe you're on the other side of like, I love my job and I want to have multiple revenue streams like me. And that's another option for you too. And I think that's it. That's it for me, at least for the key things. But I would say definitely do it if you, oh, and the accountability piece, that's my other thing. There is no better way to be accountable than to have a group of friends, all that you invited to like get healthy with you. You can't fail them and quit showing up. So it's also a way to just say like your own health and fitness journey too. So that's how I've been able to lose over 75 pounds doing this, I swear, and sticking with it, because now I have a group of people doing it with me, and it's an awesome tribe and community that I love. And it also gets me out of bed every day, because there's still some days that I don't want to get out of bed and work out, but I do it anyways because I have a crew doing it with me now.
Awesome.
Kathy, anything you want to add?
Thanks, Meredith. That was great. No, you guys covered a lot of great stuff. I don't know if anybody has any questions. You can always type them in the chat. We are completely open books, but At the end of the day, guys, honestly, this, especially right now with the things that Beachbody has coming, there has literally, and I'm not just saying this, all right? I don't sugarcoat anything. If you know me, you know that I tell it like it is. Over the past 7 years, this, out of all the times, is the absolute best time to get into this business because of the mere fact that our company is going to become a public company as of next month. Not only that, but also the fact that we are incorporating a cycling bike, the Mix bike, MYX, into our repertoire of workouts. There's going to be all offered live workout classes for the first time ever for both regular workouts and the cycling workouts that will be coming. We're going to be expanding to 3 more countries coming up soon. And so many amazing things are happening, guys. So many incredible things. And if you decide to get started on your health and fitness journey, or you're already working on your health and fitness journey anyways, chances are you're getting results. And people are going to start to notice that. And people are going to come to you and they're going to be like, hey, what are you doing? You look awesome, just like Jackie said. And instead of being like, oh, I'm doing Beachbody, and then having them go to the website and just order through Beachbody, and then when they do that, they get assigned a random coach anyways, right? You have the ability to sign that person up and earn a 25% commission from them. So it's like a no-brainer. And you know what? It's just like what Meredith said. It is smart to have extra streams of income coming in. Doesn't matter if you have a full-time job. Pretty much mostly everybody who comes into this business is already working a full-time job, and they are doing this on the side. And they're doing it on the side because they want that additional stream of income that either fills their cup, like what Meredith said, or they're doing it because they want to be able to down the road leave their full-time job, or they're just doing it because they just want to have something that, can bring in that additional income that they can use for, one of the coaches on our team, they called it their memory making money. And I love that. She loved her full-time job, and this, with the money that she was earning by helping other people reach their health and fitness goals, was her memory making money. So it can literally be anything that you want it to be. And there's no reason why you wouldn't try, because you have absolutely nothing to lose. And when you really think about it, I had everything going against me when I first started. I mean, I was close to 40 pounds overweight. I didn't look like a health and fitness anything. Guys, I didn't even have an Instagram account. I didn't even use Facebook. So you look at people now in this business and you see where they are now, but you didn't see what it was like 7 years ago when I first started. Scroll back and see my first spammy, weird post I made when I first became a coach, and how I got like no likes or maybe 1 like and never any comments, right? So I didn't use social media. Landon, give me a kiss. Good night. Good night, Mom. This is Landon. Love you, buddy. Good night, Mom. Have a good night, hon.
Good luck.
Thanks. And so, stay motivated, he goes. Stay motivated, guys.
Stay motivated.
Stay motivated.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't
Copy
even
paste of Nick. That's so funny.
exactly. So I didn't even use social media. I knew nothing about business, guys. I was the shy girl in class that never raised her hand because I was nervous to get called on, right? I mean, literally, I had my husband, who was a skeptic, telling me that you're wasting your time and all those things. And I could have said, you know what? This is never going to work for me, which is what your brain wants to do anyways. Anytime that you are presented with a new situation, something that can totally change the entire trajectory of your future, your brain wants to tell you whatever it wants to tell you to scare you, to keep you safe in your own little bubbles so that you never grow and change. And you have to acknowledge that. And instead of focusing on all the things that could go wrong and all the things that you have going against you, you have to look at these new opportunities as, wow, you know what? What if I'm one of these amazing, I have one of these amazing stories down the road? What if this changes my life? I mean, I want you to really think right now how this could help your family. Because at the end of the day, We have it all laid out for you guys. We have trainings for you. We do one-on-one calls with you. I'll set up a call with you as soon as you decide you want to do this. We talk exactly about what your goals are in terms of health and fitness, in terms of income, and we lay the plan in place for you. And if you show up and you're teachable and you do the work, you're going to succeed. But if you show up and sign up to become a coach and do nothing, then nothing's going to happen, right? But I want you to think about what this could do and how this could enhance your life if it worked for you. Because the only way it wouldn't work is if you decided to not even give it a chance, or you signed up and you did nothing, right? But you might look back down the road, guys, and say, that was one of the best experiences. That was one of the best decisions of my life. I'm so glad I tuned in to that webinar that night that I was scared to tune into, because look at where we are now. If I had listened to my husband back then, and I was like, you know what, Nick, you're right. You know about business. I don't. This is never going to work. That would have been the biggest mistake that we made, and we wouldn't have even known it at the time. So what I'm trying to tell you right now, guys, is that life is so short. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world. You can have a lot more control over your life and over your future than you know. This can be one of the vehicles that could lead you there. It's led to so many other opportunities for our families because of that one little step where I said, I'm just going to try. Teach me how to earn a couple $100 a month. And it changed everything. And you know what? If worse comes to worse and you get into this and you decide it's not for you, it's okay. We aren't going to twist your arm. We're not going to force you to stay. We want you to find something that you love and that you're passionate about. And we do realize that it's not for everybody, but you don't know unless you actually try and see for yourself. Because I bet if you asked any of these girls on our team, they would have never, ever in a million years imagined themselves doing this kind of thing. I know I sure as heck didn't picture myself doing this. I literally remember the first conversation with my mom where I was like, so I'm going to become a coach. She's like, yeah, why not? I mean, might as well give it a try. I was like, yeah, I need a team name. I don't know, team. We sat down together. We came up with Team Forever Strong. So simple, right? These little tiny things. And it has been by far, with leaps and bounds, the best decision for our family. And that is why I'm so passionate about it. And I'm still here 7 years later, sharing it with everybody and anybody, because I know that this can help you in some way, shape, or form. I know it with 100% of my heart. I know it. So the call is pretty much almost over here, but I want you to, when you get off this call, I don't want you to overthink it, right? Be like me with that. Don't overanalyze it. There's not much to overanalyze. We're not asking for a kidney. We're saying, hey, you're here because we invited you to be here. And we don't just invite anybody, like Meredith said. We're very picky and selective. We know you'd be awesome at this. We know you're going to love it. Why not choose to work on your own health and fitness journey, share it with others, and see who you can inspire along the way? Why not? So when this is over, reach out to the person who invited you to this. Tell them that, hey, you know what? I'm ready to go all in with this. Let's see what happens. And we'll introduce you into our team page. We'll set up that one-on-one call with you. And guys, it's awesome because it's your own business and you can show up when you want and turn it into whatever you want. But you don't have to do this alone. You have an entire team of people who are literally cheering you on, here to help you every single step of the way. And we were all in your shoes at one point in time. So we are excited. There's never been a better time. I'm telling you, you're going to look back and say, this was amazing. I am so glad that I decided to take the leap. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Jackie and Meredith, for sharing tonight. I don't know if anybody has anything else they want to say or share before I end it. Meredith?
No, I'm good. And I just checked the chat. It looks like it's empty. So I think we're good.
Okay, great. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your night to listen tonight. We're excited for you and for your future, and we're here for you. So let's do this thing, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.